The name Bojangles today means for most probably a spicy piece of Cajun fried chicken from a franchise, or even a Billy Joel song about a dancing man. But it actually has another connection to colored folks in America, equivalent to possessing big cojones in slang, as Tim Kaine might say in Espanol Perfecto. And all of these images are associated with a black man, grandson of slaves, who was born in Jackson Ward in the city of Richmond, quite a pace from Tim Kaine's residence on Confederate Circle. Bill Bojangles Robinson, born with the name of Luther. And despite historically ethnic references often described as derogatory, neither Tim Kaine nor Ralph Northam, who attend black churches, are offending anyone because they are down with the brothers. So it's probably okay for the black mayor, LeVar Stoney, to defy the courts and remove a controversial statue of a Confederate general named Lee, just like the director of the state program to preserve black culture, who told us all about Juneteenth before it became a state holiday. And even for Tim Kaine and his neighbors on Confederate Circle. But there is nobody rioting or protesting in Jackson Ward today about a statue on Lee Street, albeit with a different spelling, of a dancing man who wore blackface, but who was also the first black performer to appear without blackface in the role of a minstrel, albeit the first to have an interracial dance number, and many other achievements in entertainment as a dancer and smiling showman. Bill Robinson never quite made the money that Aunt Jemima did, earning only about $2 million over the course of his entertainment career, in which he, like Joe Louis and many others, lost and died penniless. And most today are more familiar with her pancakes than his famous stair dance with America's childhood sweetheart, Shirley Temple, if any of that matters at all about a man named Bojangles, who played a slave to a little colonel. General Lee was never described as a cantankerous and avid gambler, mean-spirited, or as a person with whom it was difficult to get along. General Lee was a soldier, not an entertainer, who we can find on celluloid reels from old films, just smiling and dancing and looking happy, like a minstrel should. But also, like General Lee, Bill Robinson was not without his heroic qualities. Just like General Lee's family ensured that the slaves on his plantation had an education and gave them property in defiance of the law, Bojangles Robinson lobbied the city of Dallas to hire their first black policeman, in a force that now folks want to get rid of. Just like General Lee defied an entire town to start the first freedmen's school in Rockbridge County after the war. Bojangles Robinson lobbied to FDR, the Democratic president, for equal treatment for colored troops in World War II. General Lee and Bill Bojangles were actually both U.S. Army veterans. And while General Lee graduated second in his class at West Point without any demerits and went on to become its superintendent, Bill Bojangles served in World War I and entertained troops in America during World War II. Two controversial figures from Virginia in an age where Martin Luther King's dream of a man being measured not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character is supposed to be the rule. One white and one black. One born from a first family in Virginia, which lost all of its money because of his father's gambling. Lost their family home and estate because of a war. And one the grandson of a slave who earned millions and died penniless, chasing an American dream. But today, thanks to the black mayor who has the support of the governor who attends a black church, the statue of one controversial figure has been erased from history, while the statue of the other stands across the street from a school for colored children who perform poorly on history tests, as if that was important, but probably can dance and sing, and if fortune favors, may one day be one hell of an entertainer just like Bojangles. Let the church say Cajun fried chicken. My name is Major Mike Webb, and I am running for U.S. Congress with liberty, honor, and excellence. By God, we shall make America great again. Honest. This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb.